Well, good afternoon, guys. Here we are here. I'm actually going to try and show you guys a thing or two and help you guys try and actually get that prize fish with the jewies. So fingers crossed for us, as always, like I always say. So let's try and see and help educate you guys to help see if it actually helps get you guys onto a jewfish. So I'll show you a few tips and tricks or whatever, and we'll get amongst today. All right, let's get stuck into them, shall we? Bring them. All right, so what I'm actually doing here, I actually run the Daiwa old generation black 1 to 2 kilo on a TD black reel, 10-pound braid, 10-pound leader, and what I'm running is a 1/4 ounce jig head with literally a with a 3-inch white spot Holt prawn. So we'll try and see how we go for you guys to try and see if we can actually get some enticement and try and explain, how to touch that bottom and everything, get amongst it. So let's run you through. So what I'm doing, I'm drifting with current and I'm actually casting kind of side on to current, or actually kind of with it, so I can get that perfect line. If you watch on the camera, 3, 2, boom. So there's the line change, so that's touching bottom. So now I'm literally touching. I just do the 3 nice little like that 2 to 3 little hops, like titch, kind of 3, real finesse, nice and gently, just touch bottom, boom. Yeah, I know it's there. And just very, very, very important to actually just touch that. You keep an eye on that actual line, because if with that little bit of wind, your line will just go, and that's when they'll hit you. They're not always like a big bite type fish. They but with the so it's with the big type, like a jack, and that'll sort of hit you real hard. But you'll find that the actual jewfish tend to just subtle, like little subtle taps, and they actually implode it. So that's what we need to find with that little bit of wind and everything. It's very important. Can't fathom this enough. It's very, very important to know that you're actually touching that bottom, and actually very importantly to be in contact with your line. So that, I think that was a little brim, or not a brim, sorry, a little bit of bait fish just pecking at my leading knot or something. Got a feeling that we might get something today, this afternoon. This bite time's around that 2 o'clock or 1:30 mark, and it's 10 to 12 now, so nice little afternoon run for us. Try and see if we can try and entice a couple of these fish to come out just to say hello. Bottom, twitch, bit of wind coming at me now, can be a little bit harder with the bite, but it's still all right, like knowing touch bottom. There's a couple of fish on sounder, but they don't always like to bite. They definitely don't always like to bite, without a doubt. Bottom. 2 to 3 little taps. Old mate's coming a bit close to me, but whatever. 0 buggers given. Like, all 0 F-bombs given. So, oh, here we go. Yeah, it's definitely showing some fish on the right there. So, we're in about 3, 7, nearly 4 meters of water. The idealist to what they say, or what the Dewey whisperer James Holt always recommends too, is that 4.6 meters is always a really good sort of like meterage to try and get those where they really like to eat. Where we are here, I've actually got my biggest jewfish, 90 centimeter on 8-pound leader. That was the most wildest experience ever. But there are definitely some fish kicking around here, so we might get lucky. I'm feeling we might get lucky. Let's see. We'll just persist, keep persisting. persisting, we might get a nibble for this. We might not get a nibble too though, so who knows, let's try. One, two, three. 1, 2. Try across these rocks here because they were showing some fish. Same thing, sort of in front of where you're going, kind of in front, sort of with the drift, kind of in front a little bit, so let that sink rate, so you know you're going to be perfectly in contact with it. But my little theory might not exactly work every time, but you can only try. Well, there you have it. Crazy. Sick. Thought it was a nice little flatty, but they did show up on sounder then. Crazy little bugger. Only like a little 40, say 45, but how cool are these little fish? They don't like being touched when they're small, but pretty cool. Look at him. Look at him. Try and see if that camera will stay there for us, but there it is. Ah, sick. On the white spot. A fair few there, so we'll try and get some more for you. I'll get a little snippy and we'll get him under a white. So, they did show up there on the sounder. I did see him, but I did think I was going to get a bite. Also, when it first hit me, I actually thought that was a flathead. That was a good flatty. But, yeah, they're actually still back out there. Yeah, pretty cool. Nice little 43, so we'll try and see if we get some more like that for you. But the same thing of what I was saying earlier, we're trying to just keep in contact with that line. Very, very important, drifting with it. So let's hopefully this is very helpful for you guys to try and find, get them too. So, yeah, they're out there. We'll try and see if we get some more, eh? All right, bring them on. Well, what an absolute cracking afternoon. Hopefully everything I've sort of pretty well told you. You know, those little tips and tricks to help you try and find or get that right fish and the dewies and everything like that. So yeah, hopefully you guys enjoy this video. A couple of fish, dropping fish, dropping bites, but hey, can't always win them all the time. So you know, but at least we all got to see the actual jewfish, so that was pretty cool. So all right, have fun, and I'll see you on the next one. Be good. See you then.